Hey guys, Lucas Carpenter again with Multiple Mopars. Wanted to take this opportunity, we kind of got a decent sunny day here in Texas, to take the black Hellcat out and around. It's already warm, but we're going to crank it up and drive it down the road and just make a blot. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and start her up, and we'll get talking a little bit about this car and what the plans are for it and all that good stuff. Let her get her a little heat built in it, and we'll go from there. We're not going to beat on this car today. There's just too much traffic on the road, and we have a low tire apparently. But we'll take it for a ride around the block, and I'll show y'all how docile the car can be. Basically, the plan with this car, I plan on breaking the full weight Hellcat record with it. Probably not going to be a sanctioned event car. It could be, we'll see. But probably at first we'll do it without a cage, and then I'll have somebody put a 7.5 certified cage in it. So this car, as some of you already know, has a 412 Extreme Boost block. It's a long block with, I think it's ticket heads on it, and a 4.9 liter Kenbell blower. The car the other day on the dyno made 1,093 horsepower. Couldn't really push the car like we needed to. That's only at like 6.5 degrees of timing. We couldn't push the car like we needed to because the intake air temperatures were just too high. So we ordered a snow water meth kit and a killer chiller, and we'll be installing them over the next couple of weeks, and then going back and hopefully making 1,200 or 1,250 with this thing. I'm not disappointed with the numbers right now. I'm just saying, if I can get more out of it, I will. We went ahead and also ordered a 9-inch at the same time because we're going to need it. So I'm looking forward to getting my hands on that and installing it and letting you guys know what the differences are on the stock diff and that. We do have some quirks that still are in the car. It does throw a code every once in a blue moon for the throttle actuator. It kind of gets upset coming to a stop. You guys will see here in a few minutes. Other than that, the car drives really well. It's docile on the street. Drives as well as any of my other cars do. This car is on E90 at night, and it seems to, it's a pretty stable fuel. That's why I chose it. We're slipped the transmission in 5th gear on the dyno, so we probably need to go ahead and get that on order. I'm going to try to do that this next week and see if I can get this transmission scheduled to rip out. If you guys have a Hellcat transmission and you know you're pushing the edge of where a stock transmission needs to go, my suggestion to you would be to go ahead and get the transmission pulled out and go ahead and get it upgraded, because if you do happen to break a drum or just completely trash the transmission, these things are not cheap to core. You're probably looking at a $15,000 build in most cases. I'm also going to be looking for somebody to build a set of wheelie bars for this car, just for the simple fact that I'm afraid it's going to need it if it actually hooks. Right now on the street we don't have to worry about it actually hooking, but at some point that may change, especially on a track like we had in Houston at Legions of Demons. I hope to get on a track like that with this car. Guys, we're just taking it really easy. There's some traffic up and down these roads, and this road here is just not a good road to beat on it with. There's highway patrols everywhere today. It's one of those days. Just don't do it. So with the full weight record, I think it's somewhere around the 850 in one of these cars. If I can't get it with the Ken Bell on there, I will turbocharge it, and we'll see if we can get it going that way. The car is very docile on the road. You can tell a few things that give you a hint that it's a modified car. When you come to a stop, a lot of times you'll hear the throttle crack, and it kind of goes into hysteresis, opening and closing, and the bypass is opening and closing. It's just trying to level out the amount of boost in it. But other than that, it's fine. I do know some guys with some stock bottom end cars that are running these blowers. All I have to say is they better have the right fuel, all the goodies in there, but you better have the right fuel regardless. You can have a built motor and piss poor fuel will detonate. Right now our fuel trims actually look great. We're running within 5%. I like to leave it a 5% on the rich side, and apparently so does Mr. Barth. Now we will have full Demon suspension underneath this car at some point. I'm not sure how it's going to work with a 9-inch conversion. That's something that we'll have to see. And I think we're going to go ahead and put a 15-inch conversion on the rear of it and get some big fat meat underneath it. I hope it get a bite, because right now I guarantee you guys, if I stomp this car right now, it just goes sideways. That's all it does. It's just rolling burnouts. That's all you're doing. which sounds cool in theory, but it's not very fun whenever you're doing 60 miles an hour and the car kicks out on you. Got one coming this way. So just blow the tires off, which is fun. If you guys want to see something in this car, I'll try to make it happen. Just, you know, don't tell me to go do a burnout in front of the police or something. Most of them are my friends here, but still, I'd like to keep it that way. I enjoy these cars more so than my Vet. Mainly, that's I guess that's partially my thing, is reviewing that. The Vet, I took it on a trip to Tennessee here, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago. It was comfortable, but it's not like this comfortable. The Vet, I mean, you feel like you're trapped in a sardine can, more or less. It's fast. I mean, don't get me wrong. I never have worried about hitting anything in the Vet. It stops fast. It drives fast. It's stable. It is squirrely. If it does get loose, it gets real squirrely real quick. But that's any car can do that. If you know, you nail one of these cars and the back end kicks out on you, it's going to be squirrely. So to me, I just like these cars because they're a true muscle car. They're big, they're bulky, and they're muscular. So with that being said, I just want you guys to understand how these cars are and what to expect if y'all modify yours to this level. They don't drive like stock. They drive pretty close. It's not like you can't live with it. As you can hear, mine gets a little grumpy coming to a stop. And it's the throttle hysteria is what that is. I'm sorry guys, I'm giggling because of that. It just brings a smile to my face every time. So it's telling me my intercooler cooling slow right now. It's I'm working the bubbles out of it. You gotta jerk it around to do it. So once you start going over, you know, 900 horsepower, you're going to start losing some reliability. It's just life. Now it's fun, don't get me wrong, it's probably the most fun I've had in a long time in a car. Also guys, if you haven't already, we would appreciate it if you would go ahead and like and subscribe to us. We're going to be bringing more of this car as we go after the record and what it takes to get us there. I'm not a professional drag racer by any means. I have some experience in it, don't get me wrong. But I'm not a pro. But I believe I could get the record. Trying to see where our intake air temperatures are right now. Look at our gauges. So cruising down the road right now, I'm running, you know, basically 13.8 air to fuel ratio, and then I'm running 82 degrees of intercooler coolant temp, and I'm running about 105 degrees on intake air temperature. So nothing terrible as far as this goes, but a good hot day here in Texas. And I guarantee you those numbers are gonna be closer to 130s. So it, you know, to me, water meth makes sense. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the water meth, and hopefully that takes care of our intake air temperature get better at talking to you guys on camera, but it's a slow process. I'm probably going to throw this video up unedited and go from there. As far as the actual video itself, I'm trying to get a little bit better. I know some of the other YouTubers are a lot better at talking than I am. So all I want to do is yeah, just from idling right here, just for all I want to do is do this for fun. It's not a way of living to me. Way to make a living, should I say. So if it turns into one, that's cool. If it doesn't, I still got my cars. Yeah, traffic is crazy. There's a fishing tournament out here this weekend, and you know, on Lake Fork, that's a pretty busy weekend. Anyway, you cut it. All right, we might be able to go now. All right, guys. So we'll talk to y'all again probably next week. I'm trying to get to where I can upload a little more often. I'm not going to guarantee how many times a week I'm going to be able to do it right now, but I'm trying to get to where I can talk to you guys more often, and we can, you know, talk about cars and all kinds of fun stuff. If you guys got any questions for me on any of these cars, feel free to drop it in the comments, and I'll try to answer it to the best of my ability, and we'll go from there. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate everything, and all y'all support, and all of y'all that have subscribed. We're getting close to 1,000 subscribers. So you guys tell me what you'd like to see for the 1,000 subscriber deal. I'm not giving away one of my cars yet or anything. We haven't made it to that point yet, but I'd like to do something for you guys. Kind of clue me in on what y'all think y'all would like, and we'll go from there. Thank y'all.